Hi everyone, it is time for a new video, and today I'm going to be participating in the Read Your Gays 24-hour readathon, which is hosted by Boston from Boston Reads Books. I love Boston, they're amazing, and obviously her channel is going to be linked down below along with the Read Your Gays Twitter. This one is just 24 hours and there are no rules, no challenges, just to read as many queer books as you want and can. And so that is what we're going to be doing. And so without any further ado, let's talk about the books that I really want to read. I might change my mind. I do feel really confident about the TBR, but who knows? You know me, I'm a total mood reader. So the first one is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, which is an adult fantasy sci-fi, I think. And I've had this as an audiobook for a really long time. I don't know what the exact queer rep in here is, but I know there is queer rep, and I also don't really know anything about the plot. But I do know that I think there are gods, which I love in books, and I have heard amazing things about it. There might be found family, I'm not sure, but yeah. Then I really want to read Get It Right by Skye Killian, which is a sapphic adult romance novella, because obviously novellas are perfect for 24-hour readathons, and I've been wanting to read this for quite a while. I don't really know much about it, but I know one of the main characters is a lesbian and the other main character is pansexual. And yeah, it looks like it might be a second chance romance. So I do love that as well. So I really want to get to this, and I'm pretty sure it's available on Kindle Unlimited. Then I really want to read The Helian's Waltz by Elvia Waite. And this one is a historical romance, and it's also sapphic, and I pre-ordered this one on ebook, and I have been dying to read it since it came out, which was like 2 weeks ago or something, and so it's happening. I don't know the plot. Once again, I loved the first book in this series. Highly recommend it. The second one I didn't love that much. I felt like the plot and the vibes were kind of just weird and didn't love it as much as the first book. But I feel like this one might not be as good as the first book, but I think it's going to be better than the second book, and I think it's going to be a good time. So hopefully that's going to be the case. And the last book I have in here that I'm not sure about, because like it's really long, and I do kind of think I might start the book before the readathon starts, so that then I would actually have a chance to finish it. But we'll see. The book is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland, which is a pretty new release. It came out in May, and it looks so good. Not many people have read it on my Goodreads, but 2 people did, and they really enjoyed it. The first line is, a pansexual blood mage reluctantly teams up with an undead spirit to start a rebellion among the living and the dead. So that sounds super cool. And so I'm really excited. So I will see if I get to it, and if I have the mental capacity for 2 fantasy books. But I'm really excited. So yeah, I might again run into other books that I end up reading, or, you know, obviously I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to all of these. We'll see, but I'm super excited. And so yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I don't know if I'll update you at midnight or like in the morning, or it depends how much I read, how soon, when I go to sleep. We'll see, but either way, whenever I do have updates, I will talk to you and catch up with you then.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more, every show.
Good morning, everyone. So it's finally time for an update. Like I kind of expected, I didn't update you last night. I was tired, and I always like to do updates when I actually get a decent chunk of reading done. So it is 11:46, but I woke up at 6 a.m. Did not plan on it, but I had an absolutely terrible night. Did not sleep well. So I'm kind of exhausted. I'm feeling better now, so hopefully I'll be able to get a good amount of reading, but I'm also trying to just focus on having fun and trying to not panic about the fact that I might not read as much as I planned, so it's fine. But I have done some progress. So I started In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland, and oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. I'm only 14% into it, but I'm already like loving it, and I'm so excited and invested, and I'm so happy because if you watch my channel, you know that I've been kind of struggling with fantasy, and this is just like, this is giving me everything that I could want, and just I am so here for it. So like I said, the main character is pansexual, and I think there's a polyamorous romance in here, which you can kind of see in the synopsis, which I didn't read because I never read synopses. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, yeah, so that's happening, but the plot, besides that, is, I kind of already read the sentence to you, but basically, Rowan, the main character, she has magic, specifically blood magic, and so she had to hide it for a long time because where she lives, anyone with magic is assigned an undead spirit who guards them, and you know, so there are lots of rules, and they kind of have to work for like the like government or whatever. And so she had to hide her magic for a long time, and her father died protecting her from that, and so she accidentally reveals her magic, and so then she is assigned a guard who is an undead spirit, and things go out from there. So yeah, I'm so excited. I love the magic. I already love Rowan, and I just, oh my god, like, if there's actually a polyamorous romance, which like in the reviews I saw that, I am so excited, and queer found family, and like, I am so ready. This is a really long audiobook, but with the speed that I listen on, I should be able to get through the whole thing, which I really want to now. So that's one thing. And then I also started Get It Right by Skye Killian. So like I said yesterday, this is the adult romance novella, and it's sapphic, and the plot is basically that Finn went to prison, and there she met Vivi, who is a nurse, and so she was a nurse to the people in prison, and they kind of developed a bond there, but obviously nothing could really happen, and then they run into each other again after a long time, and they, you know, they still have a connection, and there's still a little something there. And yeah, I'm about halfway through, and it's really cute. My only complaint is that, like, I want more content, and there has been like multiple moments where there was like kind of like a mini conflict that held them back from getting closer and talking and everything, and it's like, it's definitely going to start developing now, but since it's a novella, I kind of prefer when the romance starts before the midway point, if that makes any sense. But it's cute. I really like the two main characters, and they definitely have chemistry and a connection, so I'm excited to keep reading this, so I will definitely be finishing this for sure. I don't know, I might take a break from it and listen to the audiobook and then get back to it. I don't know, but I'm excited. It's finally time for another update. It's like 6 p.m. A little later than I planned on updating you, but I finished Get It Right by Skye Killian, and it was really cute. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the two main characters. And I do think that in the second half, the romance developed a little bit too quickly. So like I said, I wish it kind of started earlier and then took a little bit longer, if that makes sense, but I still really enjoyed it, and it was really cute. And so I'm happy I read that. It is actually kind of set around Christmas time, which I didn't really know, but like not a lot, and it didn't feel weird, even though, you know, like it's summer or whatever, like it wasn't a big part of it. Yeah, and then I got to 80% in the Ravenous Dark, and holy fucking shit. Shit's going down. It is wild. The things that are happening, obviously I can't tell you because spoilers, but holy fuck, like, I don't want to speak too soon because, you know, we need to see what the ending is going to be like. But I love it so much. I do think that, like, there's a lot of court intrigue and politics and all that kind of stuff, which there is a lot of that, and it's a little bit more plot driven than character driven, and I do wish it was a little bit more character driven because I absolutely adore the main characters. And not only is there a princess that our main character has a crush on, and the undead guard, she has a crush on those two. And then she also has a really amazing friend who is non-binary, and I love them, and just I love everyone, and just oh my god. So I love the characters so much, and pretty much everyone is queer. The princess is a lesbian, and the main character is pansexual, like I told you, and the undead guard, I'm not really sure actually. We love to see it. And I love this book so much. So I do wish it was like, I wish we got more content because I love the characters, but the plot is really engaging, and like what we get is some good shit. So yeah, I love it so much. It is definitely getting wild. It is definitely really chaotic, but I absolutely love it. I also looked on Goodreads, and the author put up like a lot of info, and they wrote down like the content warnings and other stuff, so you can definitely check that out, and it's really extensive, and so that's really cool. I love that. And one more thing that I'm going to mention for now is that I might have called the book adult fantasy, so that's not really true. But it is labeled as YA fantasy, but it's the kind of thing where it's basically new adult, but publishing doesn't have that category, so it is not really, like, it is YA, but it's like really old YA. The main character is 19, so there is some like kissing and a little bit more than that, so yeah, it's not like explicit, but like it's not, you get it. So yeah, I absolutely love this book so much, and so much more than I expected. Like, I don't know why, but I didn't have that feeling of like, I'm gonna adore this, and you know, no one has been talking about it really because it just came out. But I'm loving it, and I need more people to read it because I'm so close to the end, and I doubt that there's gonna be anything like super major that ruins everything. That is all that I've read so far. And I really want to pick up another book, and like, I mean, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, it's 6, oh my gosh, I don't have any time anymore, but there's still a lot of time until midnight. So one book that I think I'm going to pick up that I didn't mention earlier is Drowned Country by Emily Tesh, which is the sequel to Silver in the Wood, and this one is an adult fantasy novella that is basically, it reads as a fairy tale, and I don't really know how to describe it, but there's this man that wanders into the woods, and he runs into this other man who has this like legend about him that he's like super wild and dangerous, and yeah, and it has really strong like forest cottagecore fairy tale vibes, and it's really nicely written, and it's just really nice. So I don't love vlogging about sequels, but this is a duology, and I don't know, I feel like I just really want to read it, and it's really short, so the audiobook will take me a little bit over an hour or something, so I feel like that can absolutely happen. So I will do that after I finish In the Ravenous Dark, which I should probably eat dinner, and then I'm gonna finish it, and oh my god, like, I'm a little bit scared, but so excited, so happy that I picked the book up, and yeah, I need to shut up now.
Called before, I need to hear that voice, 'cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about the secrets true.
So I finished In the Ravenous Dark, and I absolutely loved it. No news there. I gave it 5 stars immediately without a second thought. And I just absolutely loved it, and I honestly don't really have a lot of new thoughts. Just it was amazing, and it's definitely one of my new favorite fantasy books. Absolutely love the queer femme family. And there's also super, like, all the queer rep in here is super casual, and the world is super chill when it comes to that as well. The only case where people sometimes are a little bit homophobic, or, you know, is like when it comes to royalty and like heirs and all that. But besides that, there's a name for it. Please someone tell me, what is the name when it's like a normal, like it's normal to be queer in the fantasy world? I already tried to describe this in another vlog and I could not come up with it for the life of me. But yeah, it was just absolutely wonderful, and I do wish we got a little bit more with the characters because they were incredible. But I'm just grateful for all the content that there is because it was incredible and I just loved it. So I highly recommend it. I want everyone to read it. Yes. And then I made some progress with Drowned Country, which I don't think I'm going to share like a lot of thoughts with you because obviously it's a sequel, so I can't really tell you about the plot because it would spoil some things, but I like it. I do have a feeling that I might like it a little less than the first book so far, but still enjoying it and still excited to read it. So I'm about halfway through, and one thing that I want to mention is that there is an audiobook of the like first and second book combined on Scribd and on Audible as well. So like the audiobook they made was like the two books together, so if you want to read them and listen to them on audio, it's available on Scribd and like other places obviously. And so I'm listening just to the second book obviously on the audiobook. I just like the writing, and like I'm intrigued by what the plot is gonna be because it's like it's really different from the first book, and there are some things that happened in the first book that like changed things in the second book. And yeah, so it's really interesting, and the like fantasy elements in here are really unique, which is obviously the case in the first book as well. Yeah, like the two of them, the duology isn't exactly like fully my vibe and fully for me because I'm not really like that kind of like cottagecore fairy tale, slightly strange, unique type of person, not fully, but I appreciate it for what it is. Like it's not fully for me, but I can enjoy it for the way that it is, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I just finished Drowned Country by Emily Tish, and I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. Like I said, I didn't love it as much as the first book. I feel like this one was way more plot driven and there was a lot going on, and I was a little bit confused at times, and so I definitely liked the first book a little bit more. But I still think that this book was good, and once again the writing is really beautiful and I really like the main characters. And so yes, now I started another book, which is one that I haven't told you about once again, and that is Saving the Star by Rachel Bowdler. And this book is an adult sapphic bodyguard romance. So a while ago I tweeted like if anyone has any bodyguard recommendations. If you do, please let me know. I got quite a few responses, but honestly, like I realized it's a trope I love so much and I've barely read any of it. So I was like, I need more, and the author replied that she has a book, which is this book, and it's on Scribd as an audiobook, and so I'm listening to that, and I'm at 35% and enjoying it so far. I'm not like in love with it, but it's really nice and really fun, and I have high hopes that I'm gonna enjoy it overall. One of the main characters, Atlanta, she is an actress, and she was in this robbery that was just really bad and dangerous, and so she then needs to, you know, get a bodyguard because of that. And so there she meets Beck, who is the bodyguard, and it's kind of a little bit like dislike to love, like not hate to love, but they don't really like each other, and they kind of, you know, bicker and like that kind of thing. And what I can tell from the synopsis and not what I've read so far is that apparently there's gonna be some more like danger that like some people will want to go after Atlanta or something like that, which I didn't know, and I don't really love that because, like, I don't really like that kind of thing in books, like that kind of like suspense, dangerous stuff, because it makes me really anxious. So yeah, but I hope it's not gonna be like too bad or intense in this book. So hopefully, I'm reading it now, so we shall see. Hopefully it's gonna be fine. So that is what I'm gonna be reading, and I don't think I'm gonna pick up anything else, unfortunately. It's 9:48 p.m. And one more thing that I wanted to say is I was going to read, like I told you, Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse and the Helion's Waltz, and I haven't mentioned it since. So I decided that Black Sun was way too long and I wouldn't be able to read it in time, really, and so that one I'm hopefully going to read for another vlog that's coming soon, which I'm doing a vlog for the Clear Your Shit Readathon, so that should be hopefully coming in the next few days, so I'm hoping that I'll read it for that. And the Helion's Waltz, I will read for another readathon, which is the Historical Romance Readathon, which is happening next week. I don't know when this video is going up, but if you want to participate in that, it's going to be June 28th to July 4th, and so it's a Historical Romance Readathon, and the Helion's Waltz is obviously historical romance, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read it there, so it's fine. So yeah, I feel like that worked out pretty nicely, and I'm overall happy. So I'm just gonna go get back to saving the star, and probably gonna update you when I finish it and wrap everything up. Hey everyone, so it is time for an update. It is the next day, it's the next morning, and I was really tired last night and thought it would just be better to update you in the morning. So here I am, and I finished Saving the Star, and I enjoyed it. It was really short and really quick to read, and it was fun and cute. I do wish some things were a little bit more developed, and the romance definitely felt a little rushed, but it was still cute, and I'm still glad that I ran into it. And when it comes to like the suspense, dangerous type of stuff, there were some things that happened with that, but it wasn't too bad, and the whole thing wasn't like super anxiety inducing or anything, so it was fine. So yeah, I really liked the bodyguard aspect, and it was cute, it was fun, and if you just, you know, want a super quick, fun romance and don't really care if it's like fully developed and a little rushed, but just want something fun, then I would recommend it. And so that is a wrap for this video. I definitely it did not go as I expected at all, but you know, I read In the Ravenous Dark, which I adored, and then 3 random novella things. So while it was not what I planned, I'm really glad that I read these books and I still had fun, so that's what matters the most. And again, definitely check out Boston's channel. It's going to be linked down below. And yeah, I feel like there should be more that I should say, but I don't know. So I'm a little bit behind on videos that I have planned, so I don't know how it's all gonna work out, because like my editing program was really acting up and it was not rendering videos properly at all. So hopefully it's all gonna be fine and I'm gonna be able to get it up today and all the other videos. But either way, somehow videos are coming soon, and really exciting ones, so stay tuned. And there is actually a video coming that's all about queer books, and I really hope it's going to be done by the end of Pride Month, so wish me luck. And yeah, so I'm finally going to shut up. If you made it this far in the video, leave a rainbow emoji down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!